Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to have a go at modelling this chair inside of Fusion 360. We'll then have a go at texturing it inside of Blender. You can find all the reference images in the description below. I've put a link from Pinterest where I got all of those from. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is bring in our reference images. So I have got these images that I've taken off of Pinterest. I'll leave the link in the description of the video down below. So I've just taken these and screenshotted these. So we've got some nice angles on there. It's quite useful that we've got some zoomed in details as well. I'm going to put that on my other screen. I'm then going to click on this button for canvas. I'll go to insert and canvas there. Insert from this computer. And on my desktop, I have got reference images here. And I'm going to take, let's do front. Click on this part here. I'm not too fussed about how, like, it being exact measurements, as long as it's all sort of to scale with itself. Bring that in. We do the side, canvas, bring that in. And it might not be exactly in line, so let's see. Oh, maybe that's not far off. Actually, okay, and then let's do the back as well. Grab that. 10. Make that slightly smaller. There we go. Okay, I'm going to give this a save. So water save kicks in. Let's call that. There we go. So let's turn off the back so it doesn't get away to begin with, and let's come to this side here. So what we're going to do, let's start with the sketch, click on that plane, and to begin with we'll just sketch out this part here. So I'm going to use L for line. Let's come across like that. I'm going to hit E to escape, create a line again. I can either do it there, create line, or keyboard shortcut L. Come up like that. We'll do the same again. L. We'll come to about there. I'm just using the scroll wheel, by the way, to just do that, and then hitting escape to get rid of my current tool there. Then let's go to arc, and we'll click there and there, and let's bring it something like that, and hit escape. So what we want is that to be a closed profile. And you know, it's closed profile, if you go over it and it highlights, that's what we want. So I can finish sketch and then extrude, or you can just hit E on the keyboard and it will automatically close the sketch for you. So what we're going to do, let's drag it across, and we want it to be symmetric like that. So we're going to hit OK like that. So then what we're going to want to do is cut out, where's my mouse one? There it is. There's little bits, like obviously we just want the outside bit. So let's, first of all, let's do a fillet. I'm going to grab these two profiles and bring it in. So it's like rounding it off quite a bit. I'll make sure it's even. Something like that. Then we want to create a sketch, and we'll create the sketch on this side, and then let's offset, bring it a bit like that, and I'm going to hit L for line and just extend it beyond here like that. That way I can hit E and select those profiles, drag up. There we go. So we've already got a good start with our shape. We will end up filleting quite a lot of this to make sure it's all lovely and smooth. But let's continue on with the leg. So I'm going to create another sketch, and I'm going to select this profile here. I'm going to go L for line again. I'm going to come down, come up and let's do that there. We know there's like, in fact, let's teeth the trim. I'm going to trim that because what we'll do, we're going to fillet it, so it's going to make it a little bit smaller. So let's do something, no, maybe, yeah, like that. And again, close profile, which is what we want. So I'm going to hit E to extrude, grab that. And we want to make it come exactly to that side, join, and OK. So I've got open up bodies. You see we've still only got one body, which is what we want. I'm then going to hit F to fillet, or you can go up here and grab fillet there, but F is just a fast way of doing it. I'm going to drag like that. I'm not going to do both sides because what I'm going to do is just cut this in half and mirror it across later anyway, because it'll be quite a bit easier just to make sure everything's perfectly symmetrical. Okay, let's have a go at this one here as well. So what we're going to do is we're not going to create a sketch there, because what we want because you see it's curved there. If we try and do just a straight extrude, it won't quite work as well. So what we're going to do, let's create a sketch. We're going to say on this plane here. But the only reason we're doing that is so that we know. We're going to hit L. Like that. I'm going to come up. Let's come straight up. Like that. L. Come straight up. I'm just going to use these as construction lines. L. Like that. And I'm going to hit T just to tidy it all up. T just trims everything. You don't need to trim it, but I don't like having like messy space. So we've got that little profile of where that is going to go. So what we need to do is have somewhere for it to like join up to. So what we're going to do is realistically it's like there, isn't it? So what we're going to do is let's start a sketch, or we're going to finish a sketch, sorry. Let's start a sketch there. It's going to be something like there, escape, alpha line, there. I'm going to hit P to project and grab that. That's then made that profile there. Let's just check if that's roughly in line with where we want it to be. No. Okay, so we're a bit too far over. So let's see if we can bring this a bit more. A little bit the other way. A bit more still. Like that. Okay. So P for project. I'm going to hit L and just redraw that across. Make sure I can do it straight. So there we got that profile. So what we're going to do is you want to join that profile there and that profile there. So the best way to do that, create loft, click on that profile there, click on that profile there. And then we've got that leg like that. Now the reason why we ended up lofting that, because when I was practicing it for ages, I was trying to like extrude it, but because this chair is slightly curved on the inside there, it was never quite like sort of lining up properly. So of all the ways I sort of like practicing and trying out, that certainly seemed to be the best way of doing it. Let's fillet these edges slightly. So I'm going to hit F for fillet, drag that out a bit. do this one as well. Again, just keyboard shortcut F. Okay. So now we've got those, we will mirror that across. So in fact, let's do that now. So let's turn our cameras off. And what we're going to do is let's split this body. So we're going to go to split body. And because we did this directly in the middle, we have to select. I can grab this plane here. Let's click right down the middle. That one I don't want, so I can like right click and remove. Always do remove rather than delete, because if you reference something and you're deleting it, it kind of causes all sorts of issues down the road. I'm going to go to create mirror. I'm going to grab that, make sure it's set to bodies. Select that body, select, and I can select that profile there. Okay, so we've now got our legs sorted. Going to give us a quick save. Auto save should kick in, but just to be safe, just going to make sure I've got auto save. I've saved it, and now Fusion's going to decide it wants to crash on me. There we go. Right. Next, we want to have these profiles coming across. So let's do sketch, P, project, alpha line, alpha line. Okay, so I've got that profile. I'm going to hit E. So drag it through. So what I want to do, at the minute it's sort of in the middle. So I'm going to take this, right click, move, copy. I'm going to drag this into position like that. Got a little bit of editing we need to do. So what we'll do is let's take this, we'll click on press pull. I can drag that face out a little bit. Do the same on this side here. So we will press pull, grab that, and out as well. So we kind of want to split that so it lines up where you want it to. So what we'll do is split body, splitting tool. Let's use that face there. So you see it's going to cut at that angle. And I can turn that off. And then we'll do the same on this side here. So split body, select that body, split tool. Let's grab the angle here of that leg. Okay. And then we've now got that body there. So we want to do the same. So in fact, I'm just going to go back in time. I'm going to take that body, I'm going to Control C, Control V, like a copy. And then I'm going to go back to doing that before. So now we've got the same one there. I'm going to take that, move, copy, and move that into position as well. Okay, we're going to do the same thing, so let's press pull, drag that out, press pull, drag that out. Then let's do what we did before, split body, so I'm going to grab that, I'm going to grab take tool, do the same here, split body, and we're overlapping a little bit there, which we don't want, so let's split body. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let's turn off the extend one, and let's grab that. And then we do want to what we could do, let's turn that off, press pull, turn that back on. And now we kind of do want it because it's at an angle, isn't it? Okay. Right, let's start sketch, alpha line, just draw a line like that. Do the same here, Up a line. Sketch. Split body. Let's grab that. Click OK. We don't want to do it that way. In that case, what we could do, let's go to combine, target body U, tool body U. We're going to set it to cut, but keep the tool because we don't want to get rid of our share. Okay, so those all line up nicely. So I've now got all these extra bits which we don't want. So I'm going to select all of them by clicking there, hold down shift, clicking there, right click, remove. So we've still only got these three pieces. Let's then do our base. So let's turn that off. I'll turn that off so I can see a bit better. And what we're going to do is to do R for rectangle, go up and draw like that. And then let's, I think we probably want to extend that up a bit. Fillet those, but we might need to play around with that a little bit. We'll try that, see how it looks. So that's a new body. Let's bring that in. Is that sticking out a bit too much? Let's have a look. Yeah, maybe a little bit too far. Okay. Good news with that though is we can just go to our sketch. Bring that in a little bit more. There you go, something like that. Let's, I'm going to remove, what's that combined there? Take this extrude, just make it a little bit bigger. Something like that. So the last thing then is to do like our cushion, and then we're going to fillet all of our edges. Again, I'm going to give this a quick little save, make sure nothing gets lost. And Fusion seems to be extra slow today whenever we click save. Okay, let's turn that off so we can see. We'll create a sketch there. Offset. Grab it. Fillet those, hit E to extrude, come up, new body, fillet. There you go, something like that. So now bring everything back. We've got the modeling side done. Just want to check something. Does the front overhang a bit? Maybe like a smidge. Let's turn that off. Let's just press pull. I'll just grab that and just do that just a little bit. Okay. So now let's start doing some filleting. So I'm gonna F on my keyboard. Okay, I want. How much do we want? A lot of filleting is just sort of trial and error of seeing what number looks and feels right. And obviously we didn't make this the exact size, so we don't want to worry too much. Okay, let's not do that one. I'll do that one. Okay, you don't like it there. Okay, let's click OK. So we've just got to do these bits in here. So let's. Why are you not liking that fillet there? Let's see. Let's not chain faces together. Why do you not want to fillet? Okay, so there you do. Okay. Okay, we're making progress. Enter. Really don't want to put it there, do you? Okay. That's 0.5. That as a 0.5? Yes. It's just here. There we go. Okay. I wish I had an answer for you. Sometimes fillets, just the order in which you do things matters. I knew when I was practicing the same thing happened, so I knew at some point it was going to work. Right, what I am going to do, let's split this body again. Split across there. Then you we don't want. Get out of here. Okay. So we've filleted there. Let's see if the same will work this side. Not yet. Right. Nope. Okay. Doesn't seem to want to acknowledge that bit. Nothing, didn't like it. I'm tempted to sort of just leave that as it is. Okay. That will be what the problem is. Okay, stop and delete some of these extra faces. Okay, let's tidy that bit up. Let's just see what's going on here. Alright, got rid of you. Now got a flat surface. Let's try that. Okay. Oh, done it. I got excited then. I got to call myself genius. Okay, so we've got fillets, all of those now. I'm just going to get rid of fillets on the feet because I don't want them. We're good there. So it's just here. So why don't you want fillet this bit? Fillet. No, I was about to say we can just leave that, but it kind of looks a bit nasty, that, doesn't it? Right, let's delete that bit. Delete that fillet there. Okay. Right. Then, probably I'll leave that in so you can, like, in terms of video, so you can see my descent into madness of like getting the fillets. Okay, but I think basically the reason was there was loads of like tiny little surfaces. So we've got that. So let's mirror that across. Create mirror. Select join. Then the benefit, of course, is you don't have to do that twice because it's all there. Let's bring these back. So what we're going to do, in fact, let's hit F for fillet. 0.5 like everything else. Like that. Same with this one. Let's get rid of that. Select all of that. Let's do F5. Fillet. Select everything. 5. I do more for that because it's the chair. It's the seat itself. Okay. And then, yeah, let's do one final fillet on the feet overall. 0.5. There we go. Let's have a look at see how it's looking. Okay. I don't think we've missed any fillets anywhere. I think we're all good. I'm just looking at the reference image as well, seeing if there's anything we've missed. I don't think we have. There's no like obvious screw or bolts or things like that. It's all hidden, isn't it? Okay. So modelling side of things, we are done. Well, actually, I'm just looking. Maybe have they got like a little bit of a foot? Yeah, just look a tiny, tiny foot. Maybe we'll just do a tiny, tiny foot also. Let's create a sketch. Make sure I'm coming to the middle. I'll do what? 3? And the middle. Let's hover over. That's the middle there. Circle. And do 3. E to extrude. We don't want to do it much. Let's bring it up just a little bit. New body. Fillet. 0.01. Let's grab the other one as well. There it is. Like that. And let's mirror those across. So I'm going to create mirror, grab those two bodies, grab this mirror plane, click OK. And we've got our feet. Okay. So now we're done with the modeling side of things. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to jump over to Blender to have a go at texturing it. Okay, so now we're in Blender. I'm going to hit A to select everything, X to delete. Let's go to File, Import, and FBX. Desktop, find my chair. And it's tiny, so I'm going to hit R, X, that's 90 to rotate it, and hit S to scale, and let's make it quite a bit bigger. Something like that. Then G to grab, Z to move it in the Z axis, and just bring it up like that. Okay, so there's not a great deal to texture. So let's first of all grab, so we want like wooden texture, don't we? So let's go for like something simple. Let's have a look. So I've got my reference image up on my other screens. I can try a few and see how they look. Let's try this one. Now, at the minute, obviously nothing's happened. Let's turn our material preview on. Now we need to unwrap our object. So I'm going to click that and go to UV. And under UV, Cube Projection and Smart Projection, I right click and I've got it on my quick favorite. So it says remove there, but otherwise it said add to quick favorite. So actually in the layout now, if I just get rid of that, I have to just grab that, hit tab to go into edit mode, 3 to go into face mode, and A to select everything. Now it should hopefully oh no, I'm pressing the wrong thing. Q project. Welcome out of tab. That's now coming there. The reason doing Q project because we can control which way around you want the grain to be. So if you find out that's the wrong way around, if you go to UV, which is up here, I could, if I wanted to, select all and rotate it. So I could just take it, create A, if you zoom in here, and rotate. See, I got the grain in the opposite direction, which I don't want, so I want to put that back to how I want it, like that. Okay, let's go back to that. But now we've got that, it means that I don't need to bother. Like each time now I can just hit tab, 3 to select, go to face mode, A to select everything, Q project. Oh, but obviously I've not added my actual material, so let's do that. We'll do it to all of them first. Let's do. Okay, so now let's do it. 3A Q projection. Like that. Hit tab to go to edit mode, 3 to face mode, A to select all, and Q and cube project. You don't need to, if you've not got it on your quick select, it just makes it a lot easier, so you're not like jumping into UV and doing it that way. It just is a nicer way of doing it. Cube project, as I said, works quite well to make sure the grain's going the right way, depending on what it is, particularly when using like a CAD model rather than a model done in Blender. So we've got that. Let's want like a fabric for this one, don't we? Let's get that. Okay, so very quickly remove the texture. Now I could, if I wanted to, go into, where are we, shading, and I could change the scale of that if I wanted to, so zoom in a bit so you see. So say I think light's a little bit too big, maybe I'd do like 5. Just make it a bit finer. Maybe that's a bit too much, so I'll do like 3. Yeah, something like that. Okay. And then we want, I must put about those feet there. Let's get like a hard black plastic, that's what we want. Let's take this, put that on. Yeah, we're not really going to see these, but we got to, we'll know it's there. I don't know why I whispered that, that was weird. Okay. And now we've got our materials, let's just sort of set up some rendering for it a little bit. So what we'll do is let's go to Shift A, Mesh, and let's add, let's do a cube, GZ to bring it up a little bit. The tab, go into edit mode, Shift Z to go into X-ray mode, and I'm going to want to go into vertex, G and Y to grab it and move it back. G, Y, bring it forward a bit, G and X to drag it. I want to make it bigger as well, so let's come to the front, G, Z, like that. Let's go to edit mode, 3, and I'm going to delete that face, I'm going to delete that face. So I'll just look at our reference images. So there's a couple of ways we could go about doing this. Let's grab those edges, go Control B to bevel, a bit of a bevel, a few segments, Q, shade smooth. I'm going to go to Shift A, and let's grab an empty, grab a cube, G, Z to grab it, bring it up, and then Shift A, light, 3-point light. Let's then grab those lights, on Shift, G, Z, bring it up a little bit. out a little bit. Let's turn off lights, and then let's turn these up. That looks quite nice. Make this a bit bigger. Tab, Z, vertex mode by hitting 1, G, Y, G, X, G, X. Now it's a case of just sort of tweaking, playing around with light settings a bit, making things a bit darker. I do quite like making the backlight have a bit of like mood colour to it. A bit too dark, I think. That one needs to be up a bit, I feel. Now, kind of umming and ahhing with the background. So one thing I like to do sometimes is to use like noise as a texture. Now I have got a noise texture like a node that I can use on my desktop. I'm gonna get it up. So I'm gonna essentially set this up. So what we'll do, so this is the first way, and I'll try the other way and see which one we think looks better. So I'm gonna grab this whole thing here. I'm then going to add a new material and then go into shading. So what we want, I'm going to tell you what, let's get rid of these first. Let's area, close area, area, close area. I'm going to set this one up to my 3D view and turn the materials on like that. So here's what we're going to do. So let's start. I'm going to type in gradient and just put that there for a second. I'll start typing in. Oh, I mean to do that. Type in noise. Essentially, I want to mix those two together. So let's go Shift A and type in noise. Put it in, move that to the side a bit. So that's just drawing this up together. So let's type in color goes in. Oh, didn't mean to get two noises there. Shift A, type in mix. Let's take that color into there, that color into there, and then Shift A, put color ramp, put that in there, color into base color. So you see at the minute you've got these weird sort of like dots, but I like to, so we put this in more, you see what kind of happens, but I like to put it quite high, like in the thousands, so you end up with like these really like fine, if you zoom in, so see these little dots here. Like that, and then this gradient, we can play around with the color a little bit. I might leave that. So drag that and play around with how much like color we want. I could even choose to change that color if I wanted to. Leave it as that sort of like grey. Let's go back to layout. And then I'm going to actually Shift A and grab an area light G, Z to bring up R, X, 90 to rotate it. G just to grab it. So rotate it a little bit. Take that, Shift D to duplicate, move it over here, rotate it the other way, like that. And I'm going to change the colour of this and just put that as white. So I'm then going to, let's add a camera because we haven't got a camera. Let's go to Shift A, camera. We've got a camera in there. Oh, no, we have already got a camera, sorry, I've seen it. It's there, that's our camera. So let's bring this into position. Let's go to View, Align View, Align Active Camera to View. And then let's grab our camera. If we go to 0, you can see, or press 0, sorry, on your keyboard, it shows you through that view. Play around, line it up how we want to. Okay, and then we'll add view, area, vertical split. So then we got 2 like that. So this one will always be in the camera, so we know what it's going to look like. Turn on TR preview so I can sort of see what's going on. Give this a quick save because I've not saved it yet. So let's add it looking a little bit of like imperfections and that sort of thing. Let's try like one-click age. You sort of see what's going on here. You see all these little smudges and things like that. Don't want to make it too much. Subtle is better. Let's try like dirt. That one's not obvious. Well, that one might not be working with Eevee, so let's delete that one. don't think edgeware works with our render engine either. Let's just check. No, that's fine. Well, let's scratches. Yeah, you see the starting to come up a little bit. Again, we don't want to go overboard. Okay. I'll give this a save. Let's have a look at a render. We'll try to grunge it. Let's grab. Okay, that's way too much. So let's jump into shading. That's what's going on. Let's find. There we go. I think it's quite fun just to play around and see what all these things do. Okay. Give that a save. Do another render. Okay, let's stop there. Have you enjoyed following? Got any questions? Please leave a comment down below or email me at design with Simon@outlook.com.